followed by Peggy Walker, and Marci Beckett is time seated by Frances Eleanor Fellon, Ashley Swindlehurst, Darcy Westwood, and Mary Baum for a total of 5 minutes.
My name is Marci Beckett, and I live in Pacific Beach, where I am raising my 2 teenage sons. In 2011, Pacific Beach had 24 marijuana stores that all closed down when the city enforced its code. In the last few months, 8 new marijuana stores, maybe more, have opened in PB. I just went to visit them yesterday and took photos. So there's 8 new ones in PB. There's at least 16 more and in other parts of the city. So I'm formally filing a complaint against these stores that are now operating without any code that allows them. This is, could you please, I've given you a copy of it, and can you please give this to Bob Vaki at Neighborhood Code Compliance? Okay. So first, we just can't have these stores operating outside of city code. It's a bad precedent, and we need to enforce our city code. So please, I would hope that you would take care of that. Second, 600 feet, every block or two. You know, we had 24 in PB. Now we can get all 24 back with this 600 feet. So, you know, you're going to have dozens in communities just like we had before. Is that really what we want? Is that okay? I mean, we had stores that were right next to the Games On video game store. We had ones that were across the street from the Frosty shop where the middle schoolers hang out. So, I mean, it's a bad message for our kids. I got involved because I have got 2 teenagers, and they came to me asking me about these stores and what's the deal? Is marijuana medicine? And then they started bringing home their friends. One friend left a bag in his backpack in my backyard. It was full of the empty green vials from a medical marijuana dispensary. So turns out all the kids were using medical marijuana because it's easy to get, because people can go buy as much as they want. As often the adults can go, the over 18 can go and buy as much as they want and buy extra, and then they can sell it or give it to the kids. So, okay, so why are there so many? Why is it a multi-billion-dollar industry, as we've heard from another person that spoke here today? Because the issue is not about sick people getting medicine. These marijuana stores are making huge profits from selling primarily to healthy recreational users. I've given you a copy of Prop 215. What it says is that marijuana, you can get a recommendation for marijuana for any illness for which it might provide relief. So that opens the door. Headaches, insomnia, anger management, whatever you want to testify to. And that's what's happening. At one point, San Diego had 220 marijuana stores. That's more than the number of pharmacies in this city. So because Prop 215 is badly written, the net result is de facto legalization. So we had the reader carrying ads for doctors, recommendations for marijuana for less than $30. Anybody can go in and get one. With that card, they can buy as much as they want, as often as they want, from as many places as they want. So the bottom line is, no matter how you try to regulate these stores, you can't change these facts. These stores will always be meccas for recreational users. That's their primary customer. That's how they make all their money. That's why they're in business. These stores will always send the message to our kids that marijuana is okay and it's acceptable, and they're always going to increase access for our kids because people can buy as much as they want. What are they going to do with the extra? Make some money? Whatever. Give it away to their friends. So I learned from my sons that the kids are starting to accept marijuana and think it's medicine and it's okay to use. But on the other hand, they're finding that their friends are, losing their motivation in school. Their grades are dropping. Their college chances are fading away, and their emotional and mental growth is being stunted by using marijuana at such a young age. And all that is supported by the literature. So marijuana is not harmless, especially to our kids. These stores make it seem acceptable. They increase access. Why would we want to have these stores? Look, we got dozens of delivery services. Why not have it delivered to your door? At least that is not going to be in the faces of our kids, okay, every day, every time they go in our business district. So just don't allow the stores, and make the delivery services follow the state law. That's what I would ask you to do. And close down the ones that are operating now, because they are not allowed by code. Thank you very much.